Hey, everybody. On today's show, we're talking about Michael Sam, Marcus Smart, the Olympics, and who beat the Miami Heat, plus our Beasts and Busters on That's What She Said Sports. Welcome, everybody, to That's What She Said Sports. I am your sports chick, Nicole Monique, and I'm with my co-dude, BG.
Yeah.
And we want to welcome all of our sports chicks and dudes listening to our podcast on Podbean and iTunes, and also all of those watching us on our YouTube channel, and especially all of those listening to us on the I-95 Sports Network, where they talk sports East Coast style, and they also get some ATL flavor with us.
Yes, indeed.
What's up, B?
Me.
How was your weekend?
Excelente. Marveloso.
And you were out of town?
Went back home to Duval County.
Okay. Tell everybody where Duval County is.
That's Jacksonville, Florida. You know what I mean? First coast city of the South.
Nice.
And spent some time with the offspring, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's his 17th birthday. So
Aw, 17.
Shout out to the offspring, my namesake.
Aww.
So hung out with him, man. It's kind of bittersweet, though, you know, because
your baby's not a baby anymore.
Yeah, he'll be a young man here soon.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not old, of course, you know, as all of you can see. You know, for 64, I look good.
Right.
But it's kind of bittersweet, man. We had some conversations that, you know, had to go to the next level.
Right.
So it was interesting, you know, because he's a big kid.
Yeah.
You know, he's 6'2", and you know, I'm 6 foot, so I just want to make sure you were awake.
Oh yes, I was awake.
But yeah, man, it was good, you know.
Yeah.
So now, because
he's a good kid though.
Yeah, you know, now we're talking about, you know, what's the next step?
Man stuff.
Yeah. So you know, he's real big on going to tech school. So you know, kind of talking about how to get you know to that next step, and if that doesn't work out, you know, what for university he wants to go to.
Because he's a junior right now, right?
Things of that nature. You know, he's actually a sophomore.
Oh, a sophomore. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, but it's quite interesting because, you know, typically I can't engage him in that kind of conversation. You know, I have to kind of sit him down, slow him down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Lock him down.
Right.
And then, you know, let's get into this.
Yeah.
But he's more than willing to talk about it this time. So I think we got a nice little plan in place. And, you know, it's on to the next phase, man.
So let me ask you, do you ever miss having a daughter?
Yes and no.
Okay.
You know,
because if you think about like having a 17-year-old girl right now, how different that would be.
Oh my gosh, man. You know, no, never in place of him.
Right.
Maybe with him, but never in place of him have I had that thought.
Right.
You know, but it'd be an interesting dynamic because, you know, me as a dad, I'm pretty rough on him.
Yeah.
I must admit, but you know, I have to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
well, you're raising a man, like you said.
You know what I mean? So, you know, when I launch him into the wild, you know, he got to be able to
fend for himself.
You got that right.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be able to hunt and gather.
Right.
So, yeah, never in place of him have I thought of having a daughter. Man, it's a good thing I got it right, huh?
Yeah, she'd be mad.
Yeah,
yeah.
She really
if you're
would.
anything like my dad, the
really?
strict force, like
Really?
Yeah, the stricter or whatever.
Oh, you had Joe Clark for a dad.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And he said that because my senior year of high school, my dad was my principal.
Wow.
So yeah, you cry for me now, folks. Cry for me now.
Cry me a river.
Pretty much. Yeah, probably explains a lot too. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. Well, but it was good, man. What you do this weekend?
Well, you know what? First of all, the sun made an appearance.
The sun will come out
in the ATL
tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow.
Yes, it did. So we were very excited. So it seemed like everybody in Atlanta got the same message. Sun is out. Be outside.
You know what?
So we spent all weekend
I got none of that
outside.
I got none of that down. So I got none of that.
Well, it was some nice weather. So really just hung out.
Good.
And everything. You know, we're looking for a new abode. We're looking for a new house.
For a new studio.
Right.
Okay.
So, you know, looking to move closer in.
Right.
So it's always fun, you know, house shopping and
takes a look at different areas and such.
I mean, and that's what's so cool too, especially with the weather's nice, just kind of hanging out. You know, me and my husband. So that part of it was really cool. But again, I think it's just when the sun's out, you just feel different.
You do, man.
So, but then of course now we're under a winter advisory.
Yeah, lucky
so now,
us.
Yeah, the ice is not coming back.
The second one, and it's going to be even uglier.
Right, but this time the mayor and the governor are they're on it.
Yeah.
So because I think schools close Sunday morning.
Right.
Yeah, they were so scared.
I know, right?
Yeah. I think they hand delivered everybody in Atlanta some sand.
Yeah, man.
Just in case.
They shut everything down.
Oh yeah, they're not playing. Which and you know, and then I went to the grocery store. There were no carts. It was like World War Z.
Today?
Yes, I went today.
Wow.
Because you have to get your official bread, milk, and cheese.
Right.
If you live in Atlanta and they say the S word, all the cart. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, people were just carrying groceries in their arms. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, I can only imagine, man. I as we were before the show, in pre-production, we were watching the news. I mean, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, anytime you make national news, you gotta come correct.
Yeah.
So
get your bread, milk, and cheese.
Yeah. So do the right thing. Do the right thing. So, folks, it was a big weekend in sports as well. As you know, the biggest story is, there's several big stories that came out over the weekend. So we'll tackle the first one, no pun intended, tackle. Football,
You're talking about tackle.
Talk about tackle. Michael Sam, he's 6 feet 2 inches and 260 pounds. He was a first team All-American and was named the Associated Press Defensive Player of the Year in the Southeast Conference. And he's recently announced to us that he's gay. He will become the first openly gay NFL prospect. Sam said, I just want to make sure I could tell my story the way I want to tell it. He further said he had spoken to several things on Sunday night. This one came from ESPN. He said, I just want to own my truth. Sam told his teammates at Missouri in August, and most of them said they pretty much knew, and they kept it moving. And as we all know, Missouri had a phenomenal year,
right?
In college football. So, B, what I want to find out from you is, what does that truth mean? Because he said, I just want to own my truth. For me, I have to applaud him. This is a young guy. He came out. He said, look, I want to be open. I want to be honest. I just want to tell it like it is, because before it were to come out or somebody were to say something, this is it. I'm gay. Right. But obviously there's a lot of implications, when it comes to that truth.
Right.
Because everybody is saying, well, is the NFL going to accept him? Will the NFL draft him? But as we know, the NFL doesn't necessarily draft. It's the owners and the executives that draft. So, is it going to be easy? Or is it going to be, obviously it's going to be a transition.
Right.
But now that he's come out, he's open with it. It would be nice to say, okay, let's just keep it moving. Let's worry about football. But as we all know, whatever team he goes to, it's going to be a circus.
So does the circus, yeah. It's an interesting dynamic. His truth is just that, his own. But, to try and compare his collegiate experience to the NFL is apples and oranges, if you ask me, because you're talking about, college, which, everything is pretty much, fun, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Because they were trying to compare the locker rooms, the college locker room and the NFL locker room.
No. Don't even do that. Don't even try that. Yeah. Because you're talking about, college versus an actual business. Right. An actual brand. And that's a total different dynamic. Yeah. Because you don't have the whole sanctuary of the school. Exactly. You know what I mean? It's you as a part of this organization. Right. So,
and these are guys he's known for a while. Right. So him coming out ultimately to his friends and people he's played with for a while, it's a totally different dynamic as a rookie. Absolutely. With grown men.
Exactly. And that's what I was about to get to, because you're talking about, impressionable kids versus, mature grown men. Right. You know what I mean? But it's interesting because, we can get into this, but my opinion, is my own. Yeah. And, it's different. Yeah. You know what I mean? I really don't understand, our president and first lady included, why is this applauded? Okay. I do understand, don't get me wrong, I respect the fact that it does take courage to step forth in the national media to do such a thing, but to me, thinking outside of the box, it just sends shockwaves in a totally different direction to me. Okay. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that?
You don't want to be the poster child for the LGBT community and your race. To me, that just sends a whole different message. Right. You know what I mean?
As I have a hole in my lip, excuse me.
That's quite all right. That's happened to me before too.
Trying to drink some water.
And I don't want to get all, Black Panther about the situation, but you think about it. From a historical standpoint, there are some things that have happened to us that are just despicable.
Right.
And I think this could be taken as another one of those types of things.
So it sounds like, because this is a discussion that we've had, you're now raising that conversation that a lot of people have had, especially over the last, let's say, 24 hours with the news coming out. He's the Jackie Robinson of our time. That's what I keep hearing. And I think, not that I think, I know for a fact, some people have a hard time with this, and this is something that we've discussed.
Right.
And especially amongst African Americans, people have to understand whether what side you're on. For Jackie Robinson, he couldn't hide, or he couldn't, we knew he was black. His players knew he was black.
That. Right.
When he came out, bam, this is a black man.
Right.
So I get the parallels as far as, okay, Michael Sam is the first, but then that's where it stops.
Bingo.
Because Michael Sam, like some of the other players who are possibly in the NFL today, could have not said anything and remained in the closet.
Right.
Whereas we know he's black, but to know now he's black and his sexual orientation, that is something he had to tell us.
Absolutely.
Jackie Robinson, wherever he went, everybody knew this was a black man on an all-white team.
Yeah, he couldn't he didn't have to convince you that he was black.
Right.
You could see that.
Right.
And I don't know that I can really respect those types of comparisons because it starts and ends at such a small point. Why even bring it up?
Yeah.
Because it's not one and the same at all.
And again, I think it's that parallel of, I respect the fact, okay, he's the first. He said it. And like I said, for me personally, I don't have a problem with it. This is him.
Do you, player?
This is a decision that he's made. But then we also have to think, now, we've been hearing words like distraction for the players, distraction for the coaches.
Right.
And it was interesting, throughout the day, whether it was radio, TV, or whatever, the sports talk, the word that kept coming up was uncomfortable.
Right.
And you would have these NFL players, whether they were active or retired, to say, oh, that's great, he came out, let him play.
Right.
But then they'd always say, but you know what? Some people are going to be uncomfortable.
Right.
And what does that mean? Well, as we all know, Jonathan Vilma, who used to play for the Saints, he had mentioned in an interview last week, and this is before Michael Sam came out, that he didn't know how he would feel being in a shower setting, knowing that he was playing with a gay player.
It just got real.
And some people had made the comment, oh, I can't believe he had said that. But we have to keep this real, because even the players today that came out, especially the retired ones, okay, you're not playing.
Right. Not anymore.
So that's fine that you have an opinion, but let's talk about these guys who are truly, truly playing.
Right.
Even if they're fine with it. I have straight male friends who are fine with hanging out with our gay friends. But you can't tell me even these guys would say in a shower setting, they might be, again, the word, uncomfortable.
Right. And as we spoke a little bit about it earlier, think of the comparisons. Heterosexual versus, non-heterosexual. Okay, if you're in a heterosexual setting, and we'll just say, for instance, because, realistically it may happen, you're in the locker room, you're a heterosexual male, and you have 20 female reporters there. Okay? You're a heterosexual male. Okay? If I do the numbers, you as a male is going to be attracted to one of them. You're going to find one of them attractive.
Okay.
Cute, whatever. You will.
Right.
We're playing the numbers here.
Right.
On the other hand, you're going to be, as a gay player, you're going to be in a locker room with 52 other males. So you're going to mean to tell me you're not going to have a thought of, okay, he's cute?
Okay,
in those types of numbers, and for me, that's what uncomfortable means.
Okay, and I would then play devil's advocate to say, a gay man will tell you, I could be in a room with 50 guys. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be attracted to one of those guys. Just like I, as a woman, could be in a room with 50 men, and I may not be attractive to all 50 men in that room.
Okay, but when you say, when you're playing the numbers game, you say, I may not be.
Okay.
I may not be. Is that because you're just not using your objective eye, and you're just saying, okay, well, it's just my choice because of the setting to not really look that deep? Okay,
so really, I may not be sounds like I'm kind of sort of pregnant.
Well, not exactly.
Well, I'm just saying, is that whole, come on now.
No, I'm just saying, giving a situation, because I'm not homophobic like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I know you're not.
But I do know that there's a line that shouldn't be crossed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or else you're going to get this Northside Duval.
Okay.
And you don't want it like that.
Right.
So I already know that. You know what I mean? But, I'm not like that. I mean, hey, do your thing, and I'm going to do mine.
But now you've touched on something which I've heard a lot of guys say today on the radio. A lot of other guys who have other shows like ourselves who said this. And this is something else I wanted to bring up too. Because now, if there are guys out there who are uncomfortable, they're fine. You're gay. They're like, all right, fine. The dude's gay, whatever.
Right.
I just want to make sure he can play ball. But let's say for religious reasons, cultural reasons.
Right.
It could be a number of things. He just doesn't care for it. This is the part that I think is going to be where we have to be careful.
Right.
Because, and when I say we, I mean us, the media, we can't put everybody in a box. If let's say 2 people in the NFL don't like it, we can't say all NFL players feel this way.
Right.
Just like in a team of, like you said, 53 guys.
Right.
Let's say half the team is not feeling it. We can't really condemn them because that's their belief.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then this is where, again, I can draw that parallel. If I walk into a room and it's 50 white people, it's guaranteed somebody in that room is not going to like me because I'm black. But that could be for either they were raised where maybe there wasn't a lot of black people around.
Right.
So, or, whatever.
Right.
So this is where we have that teachable moment to where respect.
Right.
But it's okay for you to feel the way you want to feel.
Right.
And I think that's the part that a lot of people, they don't want that.
Right.
They don't want that mess, so to speak. Whereas now, like at the combine, everybody around him, his roommate, how's it feel to be his roommate?
Right.
His team, how's it feel to have a team? A lot of these players just don't want that. They don't want those questions.
Right.
Because what if they accidentally, and I hate to say the wrong thing, they just speak their truth.
Right.
And then we condemn them. Oh, how can he say that? But that's what he thinks.
Right. And you're right. And I see where you're going with that. But I mean, that's where we are, because think about it. I mean, there are a lot of people that just feel they just feel, generically, it is black and white.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There's nothing scientifically proven. There's nothing, medically proven that, hey, there is a gay gene, so to speak.
Right.
So, they feel like
it's the whole gay marriage debate.
Exactly. So
I have friends who I love to death, but they do not believe 2 men or 2 women should be married. I
Right.
personally don't have a problem with it.
Right.
But yet I can still see them as my friends.
Right.
That's their belief. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to be like, oh, it's like, okay, let me take it a step further. And I know I'm kind of reaching, but work with me, folks. Michael Vick.
Okay.
That was a cultural thing.
Oh, absolutely.
My white friends, for the most part, wanted him to be buried underneath the prison. Some even said he should be put to death. And it's a dog.
Right.
But then we had arguments. A life is a life, da-da-da. And then we question that. What's a life?
But they don't say that when they're sporting their leather shoes, their leather bag.
Right.
They don't say that when they're eating a chicken sandwich.
Well, see, and so what I'm going at, folks, is it's okay if you believe something. Again, cultural, religious,
right.
Maybe something you're not used to. You shouldn't be condemned any more than that person who's come out and spoken their truth.
Right.
I don't think we should go to those other guys or other teammates like Jonathan Vilma, who just said, I'm uncomfortable. There's nothing wrong with him saying that.
Right, absolutely.
That's the piece that we have to be careful with.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree.
But we're also in a society where people have more courage to speak on a laptop, tablet,
right.
phone, they always want to tell you something.
Courage.
Right, but my whole thing is say it to my face.
Right. And see, and that's the whole thing too. And the reason why I mentioned, our president and floaters earlier is because of the attention that something like this gets.
Right.
Is this really important? You know what I mean? Let's talk about how, the unemployment rate is the lowest it's been since 2008.
Right.
That to me is news.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for me, I mean, that's kind of where it gets to me at. Is this really news? Is this really newsworthy? Mm-hmm. Is this something that's really need to deserve the light that it's getting in our society today? Or do we have bigger fish to fry? Like whether or not we can get our athletes back safely from Sochi. You know what I mean?
Right.
So to me, I mean, it's a non-issue on that level.
Right.
Specifically, my personal feelings towards it, I have none, because, hey, do you? You know what I mean? Because,
right.
I'm no judge, no one's judge or jury. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we all going to have to answer to something or someone.
Yeah.
So, but, hey, do you?
Right.
I mean, do you? My thing is, let's not make this about current day society. it is what it is. You know, we've come to that road. We've crossed it. You know, now, you know, same-sex marriages are allowed in several states. Let's get beyond that. This is a non newsworthy issue as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
Let these teams who think that they may want to take this on, let them make that decision.
Yeah. Well, and I definitely hear you, but then I also see it as the NFL, they're behind the rest of us. You know what I mean? As far as, because think about it. For me, I'll tell you what would make news if the NFL would actually hire more women.
Yeah, I agree.
More female executives, more women on the NFL
more
network.
More African Americans in the executive offices.
Yeah, I would love just to have more women.
Right.
I mean, the NFL says, hey, we open them with open arms, or, you know, we congratulate them, whatever. We're going to accept them. Okay, that sounds good. But yet, as a woman, I'm like, you haven't exactly, opened your arms to me. I mean, granted, you have an NFL apparel store now for women. Great. I can get a T-shirt that so-called fits me better. But I still don't see a lot of women on the NFL network.
Can I get a job, bro?
Yeah.
Can I get a job?
So I think every group could say, okay, well, how about they do this, that, and the other?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I get your point, though.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you because to me, you're absolutely right. That, to me, is news.
Right.
You know, someone's sexual orientation, to me, that's just personal. You know, that's not newsworthy.
Yeah.
But you're right. You know, I want to see, more sisters in there doing their thing. And I say sisters, meaning sisters particularly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
well, thank you. Thank you. But, it is going to be interesting. Obviously, we're going to be talking about this, like I said, from the combine to the draft. Mm-hmm. We have off-season spring training, that team that does pick him. It's going to, it's going to get a lot of, but I just hope whatever team does draft him, I think, and this is again where the media plays a part. Just be smart.
Yeah, man.
What they should do, very similar to like the Tim Tebow thing, like the Patriots when they got Tim Tebow, they had that one press conference, and then that was a wrap.
Be done.
And then let's just move on. Yeah. Okay, we can't keep talking about this all season, because at the end of the day, this is a young guy who played well during his college season. We know he can play. We don't want to be like his first pass or touchdown or just whatever in the pros. Well, look at that, Michael Sam, the first game. No, we don't want to have to hear that throughout the whole season.
Exactly.
So,
but this is only the preview to the movie. So
yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Very interesting.
Another big news, another college athlete, Marcus Smart. Marcus. The Big 12 suspended Marcus Smart 3 games for shoving fan Jeff Orr. And Smart did apologize. He said during a press conference, I let my emotions get the best of me. He did apologize to Orr by name. The consequences that are coming with it, I'm taking full responsibility. No fingers are being pointed. This is all upon me. And if you're not sure what happened during a game that Texas Tech had, it was Texas Tech and Oklahoma State.
You got it. Marcus Smart playing for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, Marcus Smart is Oklahoma State. And he had just shot some free throws. They were losing. Mm-hmm. And this fan, Jeff Orr, who they actually have video where he's pretty out there when it comes to fandom, fan, fanatic, crazy. And he allegedly...
Smart went to block the shot, and
Marcus said...
he kind of careened into the crowd a little bit.
Right, and Marcus said that he heard a racial slur.
Right.
Some words were exchanged, and then he pushed Jeff Orr.
Right.
Now, I will tell you, the suspension is fair, fine, 3 games, because as a student athlete, you should not go up into the stands and push a fan.
The sportsmanship is all that we expect.
Right. And you have to carry yourself You have to carry yourself a certain way as a student athlete. You should learn self-control. And I genuinely believe Marcus was embarrassed. And I genuinely believe this will not happen again.
Right.
I hope it does not diminish his stock in the draft, because it shouldn't. He's a great player. But he's had some other incidences. Yeah, if I can get all that out. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, we kind of look at this like, oh, here he goes again. But he's still a good kid, and a lot of people vouch for him.
Right.
I'll be honest with you. My biggest issue is you have a grown man. And a 19-year-old boy.
19-year-old kid.
And this grown man should know better.
Right.
And I get it. Fans, we get emotional, whatever. Mm-hmm. But when you start talking to these college players a certain way... Right. I'd like for you to go to a playground and yell at a 5-year-old, "You so stupid. Right. You so dumb. Look at the way you swing in the swings. Look at the way you slide down that slide." Right. You'd be like outraged.
Right. Okay.
What?
Wow. I think I just felt violated.
You know what?
I'm sorry.
I know, but I'm trying to give an example of imagine a grown man yelling at a child on the playground.
And you know what? I'm the number one guy when it comes to just pure adrenaline. Just get your game on, son. Get your shine on. I am the number one advocate for however you do it, because I think the game needs that. Would I like for fundamentals to be thrown in the garbage? Absolutely not. In this case, though, I must say I don't condone Mr. Smart's behavior, but I understand.
Oh, I fully understand.
You know what I mean? Here it is. You gotta.
And I'm sorry, real quick, B. One piece I forgot to add.
Okay.
Orr had came out and he said, "My actions last night were inappropriate and do not reflect myself or Texas Tech. I regret calling Mr. Smart a piece of crap, but I want to make it known that I did not use a racial slur of any kind. Additionally, I would like to offer my apologies to Texas Tech fans that may have been embarrassed by the attention this incident has created." Now, he said he's going to remove himself from the games for the rest of the season.
You ain't got to lie, Craig.
Right. But here's my thing. I know I have some 19-year-old family members.
Right.
I was once 19.
Right.
I used to play sports. I don't think I'm going to be upset about you calling me a piece of crap.
Right. No.
But I will be upset
if you call you
if I think I heard the word trigger.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right.
So I'm just kind of wondering.
Right.
Because a piece of crap, LeBron probably gets called a piece of crap every time he goes to Cleveland.
Yeah. Crap I can be. Trigger, no.
Yeah.
Trigger what?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Trigger who? But man, you're talking about Orr. Come on, dude, you 50 plus years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This could have been your grandchild.
Here's my thing. Bump what took place. What could have taken place?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Marcus Smart could have
he could have went ham on him.
Sent chiclets all in the crowd.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then today, you'd be trying to face the media gumming, talking about how he need to be put in jail and how he's a thug. You know what I mean? Because that's the new word.
Oh
thug.
Yeah. That's a code
word for trigger.
Right.
But why?
Yeah.
Why? Now it comes out that this dude has a history of this.
Yeah, and again,
past players that have played in the Big 12 that are of the darker hue, African American descent.
Yeah.
When they're playing in Lubbock, they have gotten this from Orr in the past.
Yeah, he's obnoxious, and that's a nice word.
So again, I say, no, I don't condone Marcus Smart's behavior, but I do understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Now, had he chin checked him again, you know what I mean, and sent chiclets in the crowd, this would be totally different.
Right.
But he didn't. And the kid, he's a smart kid.
Yeah.
Obviously he is. He's very well spoken.
Yeah.
He apologized. He seemed to be contrite, at least as far as I'm concerned.
I felt like it was very sincere.
All is forgiven.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you got to do better, man.
Right.
If you know better, do better.
Yeah.
You're talking about a 19-year-old. 19-year-olds, that's what they do. They're disrespectful. They can even be obnoxious.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you about to retire.
Well, first of all,
you're acting a monkey.
Anybody provoked can be disrespectful.
Hello.
Okay. So I think in that regard, because I've seen some stuff just watching NBA games that is just ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
I don't just see how some of these players just don't turn around and just start swinging on folks.
New York.
Yeah.
Spike Lee's not the only one.
But I will say the only thing that saved Orr is it was not Ron Artest.
Yes, exactly.
Because Ron Artest,
because he could have gotten,
he would have went nuts.
Spree-welled.
Yeah.
Right there on the spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Or he could have got Rasheed Wallace did.
Same
trying
thing.
To make up a word.
You know what I mean? But he did not want to get Tree Rollins.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Danny Ainge.
He would have ran up against the wrong one.
Right. I'm trying to tell you something, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
So that
I've got Alonzo, good morning.
You know what?
Sorry. My bad. Sometimes I just sometimes I just get carried away.
You think?
Sometimes.
Okay. All right. Speaking of carried away, let's talk about the Olympics.
Let's do it.
All right. So it's 7 years. And I'm gonna let you do you. Okay, thank you. 7 years and an estimated $51 billion in the making. Russian President Vladimir Putin has his Winter Games.
Excuse me.
You know what?
I was Putin.
And of course, you have me laughing like a 7-year-old.
Sorry.
Seriously.
Excuse me. It's Putin.
But what's interesting about these games, small crowds, a lot of empty seats.
Right.
And it's one of those things when you're watching on the TV, the empty seats I mean, it's like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's troubling.
Yeah.
But
a lot of people are saying it's the fear of security and possible terrorism.
Yeah, but the occupied seats are Russians.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So here's the medal count, the standings.
Let's get this medal count.
Canada is number 1. They have 3 gold medals. Yeah. The Netherlands is number 2 with 3 gold medals.
The Netherlands.
Norway is number 3. And then the United States, we have 2. So we have 2 gold medals and 3 bronze medals. So,
wow.
Yeah.
We got to get a move on.
Yeah, we got to do something.
Especially with 230 athletes over there.
Yeah, but there's still a lot. Now, what have you seen so far that you've enjoyed? Like, I've seen the luge. I've enjoyed that. I love snowboarding.
The only thing that I have not seen that my wife is just like gaga for is the skating. And I
love the figure skating.
Now, what's the one? Is it
the dance?
Yes.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Like, what? She's trying to explain that to me. I was like, you know what? Do you, boo?
Yeah.
Do you? Because I was.
That was the team event. That's the first time they ever had the team event. So,
but I haven't seen much of that. But I've seen the one-man luge.
Yeah, I love the luge.
The snowboarding, of course, man. You know what, man? I mean, I ain't adventurous like that, but that snowboarding, I probably could do that virtually.
Oh, I want to. In my head, I'm all over it.
What?
But real life, not so much.
Because I'm not a big heights dude.
Yeah.
So the whole big air.
See, I'm all about that curling. Okay.
Curling.
I love curling.
Really?
Yeah. I know you're gonna. And I see our producer is rolling. I don't understand. Said what's so funny about me saying I love curling. Curling is a sport.
It must be a northern thing.
Have you ever watched it? Curling is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, I said it, folks. It's amazing.
I've watched curling, but I failed to see.
All right, fine.
The competitive nature of it.
Let curling come on. Just watch it. That's all I got to say.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Get your curl on.
Me a few cocktails before watching curling.
I think we should have an all-black curling team. Any takers? Why am I hearing crickets?
Well, see what happened was.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are not feeling it.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Hold on. But you know what? I probably could be good, though.
Yeah.
I got a Swiffer sweeper at home. So.
And then Seth can be the one.
Yeah.
Just lets it go.
Glide. Come on, B, sweep it, B.
I'm all for it. Hey, if anybody out there loves curling as much as I do, please let me know. Hit me up on Twitter, hashtag She Said Sports.
But please do it anonymously. Cheese and rice.
Don't be scared, you curling lovers out there.
Oh.
Okay, anyhow, I'm tired of hearing the crickets. Okay, folks, remember, you are watching and listening to That's What She Said Sports. I'm Nicole Monique, and I'm with my co-dude, BG.
Yep.
It is now time for Beast and Busters.
Bus.
So this is interesting, talking about the Olympics. You actually have a Beast for Russia. You were impressed with the opening ceremonies.
I was, man.
Okay.
You know, I'm of the ilk that simplicity is more.
Yeah.
Man. But I know they had some serious technology involved with that.
Yeah.
How it looked like they were walking on the earth or whatever.
Yeah.
On top of the world. But that was really nice. I like that. I like that kind of futuristic.
I still love China.
Well,
their opening ceremony.
China still got me a little dizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they had a lot going on.
And I love
with
that.
the lights and spinning.
And the drums.
Stuff and all that. I was like, you know what, China? Hold on a second. Let me go get me a Pepto-Bismol.
Okay. So you like Putin.
Yes,
as you say.
Oh, excuse me. Putin. Excuse me. Just Putin.
Also, we have to give a beast to the Utah Jazz for beating Miami Heat 94-89.
I don't know if that's beast worthy.
For the Utah Jazz, it is.
Yeah, I guess so, since they are like a high school team. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay. So with that, then it's now time for our Busters.
Bust.
So then we also have to give one to the Utah Jazz.
We won.
For having confetti after the game.
Yes, in the face. Yes.
Now, just how bad was that?
Confetti, for real?
Well, I mean, they did beat the defending champions. I'm just saying.
Come on, but
I'm just saying, a little confetti never hurt anybody. It's not like they're going to see you in the playoffs.
Right, you're right.
I'm just saying.
You're right.
It's not.
But I just thought that was a little bit overboard for me.
Okay.
So
the confetti was too much.
That was too much.
So like if all of a sudden confetti just started raining down on us, that'd be too much.
No, because I would know it'd be like the 100th episode or something. Which is really good. You know what I'm saying? Right. But if it comes down now on 68, it'd be like, well, is that a milestone of some kind?
Right.
Did I miss an email or a memo or something?
Right.
I'd be like, Sid, help me.
Our next buster goes to Rachel Snyder. And do you know who Rachel Snyder is?
I don't.
Okay, well, she is the 33-year-old former Texas postal worker and mom of one who married Terrell Owens. Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. And the reason I'm giving Rachel a buster is because she believes that Owens married her for her good credit.
Imagine that.
So, according to Snyder, Owens married her so that he could secure a loan for $2 million and buy a home in Sherman Oaks, California. And I just feel like she could have kept this information to herself. So,
I mean, really?
So they were married for a whole, not 1, but 2 weeks. Yeah.
And he got the loan.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So really, it's a twofer. T.O. gets a buster.
Right.
For marrying somebody for credit.
Right.
And then I've had some girlfriends who've done it. They will remain nameless. And then Rachel gets a buster. Yes, I just called some people out. And then Rachel gets a buster for putting her business out there.
Yeah, baby.
The whole thing is just embarrassing.
Yeah, baby. I love you, girl. I love you, girl. I love your credit score more.
So I thought this would be interesting because I kind of posed this on Twitter. And speaking of, embarrassing as far as couples,
right?
I wanted to ask because Valentine's Day is Friday.
It is indeed.
And I wanted to find out from folks what was the worst Valentine's Day gift you had ever gotten. And I did find out from one girl on Twitter, that her husband got her a Stairmaster. Yeah.
On Valentine's Day,
and he put stickers on it that were like, "I love you."
That's gangster.
You're mine.
That's gangster.
And he, to this day, can understand why she hates
You're
it.
one in a million.
Yeah. So,
chance of a lifetime.
And I will tell you, I think my worst Valentine's Day gift, I got a gun once with my name on it.
A pistolero?
A name, yeah. My name.
You got some heat with your name on it?
My name was like on the handle.
What?
Now at the time, I was hot. I did not appreciate that gift. I'm a little older now, a little bit more wiser. I would definitely accept the gun and then wonder where my taser is with my name on it.
Whoa.
Yeah, but at the time I was pissed.
What'd you do with the pistol, man?
Oh, I returned it. I gave it back to him.
For what?
Yes.
Man, listen here.
The pearl handle and everything.
You let me get some heat with my name. I'm standing my ground.
And he thought he was doing his thing. Bullets, the whole beautiful case. My name was on the case.
Dang.
Yeah, I was not feeling that.
What?
Of course, now, again, like I said, I'm looking back on it. I should have kept the gun. But,
Wow.
What's your worst gift?
Man, my worst gift was probably, how Russell Stover's had the little mini box?
Yeah.
The chocolate?
Yeah.
That bad boy had a beard. What? Yeah, it was all gray.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I opened that joint and had a mustache, man. I'm looking at.
So you got candy from like 20 years ago.
Man, that cut chocolate was grown. It was very mature. It's like, dang, how's she gonna give it to me and not shave it first?
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Said you got a worse gift?
No, I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. said he'll let us know off the air.
Said got a private bag gift.
Yeah. No one said, how he rolls. His gift was probably like, he probably got like a jet.
Yeah,
and he was not happy with the jet or something crazy.
Player, right.
Yeah. Now, I will say I'm good at giving gifts. I like to pride myself. I'm a good card giver.
Right.
And I'm a good gift giver.
You are a very good card giver.
Yes. I'm telling Hallmark needs to call me. That's all I'm saying. It is a gift, folks. I think one of the best gifts. Okay, I will tell you. The same guy who got me the gun,
right?
I gave him probably one of the best Valentine's Day gift. And ladies and men out there, you can copy it if you want because it's awesome. I gave him a gift based on all of our senses. So I gave him a gift for feel, touch, smell, taste. I feel like we're missing one.
Yeah, muscles or something like that.
Sight.
Right. Okay.
Sight. So I gave him a gift that had all that.
One gift had all of that?
No. It was multiple gifts.
Okay, multiple gifts.
It was
so
multiple
5
gifts.
gifts.
Yeah.
5 gifts?
Yeah. So like the scents, I think it was like a candle and cologne. for hearing. I had put together, you
nice
know,
little CD of us.
yeah, okay, whatever.
Look at you, girl. You put your soul CD together.
You know what?
What you had on that CD?
Anywho, but it was all the senses, and now that to me is a pretty good gift. So
It's very thoughtful.
and then I got a pistol.
It's very thoughtful. You know, I'm gonna tell you something though. When it comes to cards, you top notch.
Yeah.
I have to bow down to you.
Thank you.
When it comes to cards, man, you can pick some tear jerkers.
Oh yeah,
So yeah.
It comes from the heart.
I have to give you your props on that one.
Comes from the heart.
Yeah.
People, it comes from the heart.
Yeah, you're good. You're good on that.
All right, so gifts, your best.
You know, I don't necessarily know that
I guess we'll have to ask wifey.
that I can consider gifts a best gift. Probably my wife would probably say this bracelet that I gave her that she actually lost, and she probably don't even want me to.
Wow, you just bust her out like that.
Yeah, man. She was. I mean, to me, I don't look at it like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really. You know, but I know for her it was the sentimental value.
Yeah.
But yeah, she lost it, and
You keep saying that. You keep hammering that in. And one more time for the people in the back.
not hammering, and I'm not going there again. But it was really nice. It was very unique.
Okay. And what did she do?
But anyway,
She lost.
moving
it.
right along. You know, because I don't really, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not like you. I'm not like a huge romantic guy like that. And I know people find it hard to believe, you know, since I'm, you know, so debonair and dashing. But I don't consider myself romantic like that. But I think what I am though is very spontaneous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
but see, that's romantic.
we don't do a whole blowout.
But you guys do it big though when you do it, because you guys are big. You guys are good on trips.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when you go out, you go all.
We go all the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then too, I'm very spontaneous.
Right.
You know, I'll send stuff, you know, to the job and stuff like that.
But see,
you know.
I think that's very romantic. See, in your mind, I think a lot of guys think romance is that whole, you know, planning or whatever. But I
Right.
think the whole just sometimes getting flowers
just because.
right, just getting
Right.
flowers. Like sometimes I'll just get flowers just because.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah, yeah,
So-
and that's more of me. I'm a just because guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Definitely.
and that's my husband.
You know.
and he's great about that.
Yeah,
or just
'cause-
getting a card. I mean, maybe I had like a rough week, a nice card, or
Right.
hey, I'm gonna take you out to dinner on Friday. That's big.
Yeah. Friday dinners are big.
yeah, that's big.
Yes, indeed.
So hopefully we've given you guys some ideas out there. You have to let us know how your
Right.
B-Day went.
Yep, do some champagnes,
Some champagne,
some champagne,
and some scrimps.
some bubble bathies with some strawberries. Go to get you some strawberries.
All I know is I can't wait to hear Sed's worst gift.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, folks, let me just put it out there too.
Put it out there.
Producer said our last video on YouTube, which is our last show, you have to watch the ending. It is classic. That's all I'm saying. You talk about it's all I'm saying is classic, okay? But
Yeah, he
our
got your boy. He got your boy big
Our producer
time.
said put together, and it's one of the best endings we've done for our show
Ever
So,
in the world, Craig.
yeah. So for all those who listen to us on Podbean, please go to YouTube, subscribe, and then like I said, our last it's called Super Beatdown. Just watch the ending. You'll love it.
Yes, the YouTube channel, of course,
Yes.
is by the same name. That's
Yes.
what she said. Sports.
That's it. So thank you.
Subscribe too.
So thank you for watching and listening, in fact, to That's What She Said Sports Talk Her Way. Remember, you can catch us on podbean.com, iTunes, and our YouTube channel, and on the I-95 Sports Network. And remember, now you can listen to the I-95 Sports Network at 712-432-3393. And again, 712-432-3393. Be sure to visit our website, twssports.com. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at TWSS Sports. And BG,
I'm at Big BG, the number 1.
like us on Facebook. And
Love
remember,
us.
you can also check us out on Google Plus.
Google Plus.
And BG, any last words?
No, I'm good. Yeah, no, no need for me to say anymore.
Just put it all out there.
I've already said. So somebody tried to be the bus driver, throw me under the bus.
I really wasn't.
Yeah. You got last time you got me too. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even recall.
Yeah, I know it. Selective memory is what they call it. Yeah. Yeah. See, you know what I mean? But I take my beatings like a man though.
Okay.
You know, and that's why I never tell you about my beatings.
Right.
You know, because I know that you're not gonna know how to take them. You know,
Right.
you're doing just what you're doing now.
Okay, I do not.
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay.
That was you. You had the little hyena thing going, but I didn't want to
Wow.
tell you. No. But see me, I'm being real nice. I wasn't going to say nothing about that. But see, since you
I
brought it
love
up.
how these little jabs, these little digs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you jabbing
All
and digging.
I'm just saying, I didn't say anything.
Say it again.
About,
Say it again.
your wife losing her bracelet.
Can we just say it again?
And you calling her Big Red. I never said anything.
See, yeah. See, yeah. Now the gloves are off, huh?
I'm just saying.
All right. Well, yeah.
Oh, really? Say you, say me.
say it together. Yeah.
So we want to do this?
Is that what it
Ain't
is?
nothing between us but space and opportunity.
Is that what it is?
You want to do this?
You know what? I'll start doing more duets so you can come on here. All you had to do was ask. I mean, really. You didn't have to go out like that.
I can't stand you.
Trying to get a man all beat down.
I just want you to know.
Golly.
See, you can tell how much we love each other because right now I
We
cannot
do.
stand him.
We do.
I'm just saying.
Me nub new. Yes, indeed.
All right, B.
Hey, folks, that's our time. Remember, love us. Follow us on Twitter. And we love you back. And as always, the BG stands for Be Good. Till next time.
Till next time, folks.